Hello kids, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to see 7th class social 6th lesson Africa. Question answers. Let's start. Improve your learning. First question. From Europe, which sea does one have to cross to reach northern Africa? Answer. One have to cross the Mediterranean Sea from Europe to reach northern Africa. Second one, state three difficulties that the Europeans faced in reaching the interior parts of Africa. Answer, the difficulties that the Europeans faced in reaching the interior parts of Africa are: first one, besides attempting to build their colonies in Africa, the Europeans continued to explore the interior of the continent. They traveled to the source of the Nile in the north. In the west, they explored the entire valley of the Niger, and in the south, they moved northwards from Cape Town. There, they explored the region around the river Zambezi. Next, third one. Name the two large deserts of Africa. Answer, the Sahara Desert is in Africa. It extends in Mauritania, Mali, Niger, Chad, Sudan, Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria, Libya, Egypt, Ethiopia and Somalia. Second one, the Kalahari Desert extends in Namibia, Botswana and Angola on southwest of Africa. These deserts are not suitable for agriculture due to scanty rainfall and infertile soils. Next, fourth one. Two political maps of Africa have been given in the chapter. Compare the two to find out which European country control the present day countries of Nigeria and Zimbabwe. You can see in your textbooks the two maps. Here just I am giving the answer. Nigeria is under British control and Zimbabwe is also under British control. Okay, both the countries are under control of British. Fifth one, name two countries of Africa where equatorial forests are found. Answer, the two countries of Africa where equatorial forests are found are Republic of Congo, Gabon, Cameroon. Okay, these two countries are in which equatorial forests are found. Sixth one, what goods did Europeans trade with Africa? What kind of agricultural produce did they promote for trade purpose? Answer, gold, copper and diamonds were the Europeans traded with Africa. Tea, coffee, rubber, tobacco were the agricultural products they promoted for trade purpose. Seventh one, who benefited from the slave trade? Why did America need slaves? Answer, in the 16th century, many Europeans began migrating to America and started cultivation there. There was plenty of land in America, but not enough people to work on the fields. It was to fulfill this need for additional working hands in America that the slave trade from Africa began. America benefited a lot from the slave trade. Eighth one, how can you say that the slave trade is highly heinous? The slave trade, transatlantic slave trade, is one of the most heinous crimes committed against people over the course of more than 400 years. Millions of Africans were turned from their homes, deported to the American continents, and sold as slaves. The slave trade resulted in the loss of human life. The savage nature of the slave trade led to the destruction of families, individuals, and cultures, and the vestiges of the immense loss of human capital to the African continent are still felt to the present day. Ninth one, Read the last para of this lesson, Africa, and comment on it. The foreign companies do bring in new technologies and investments into the mining and processing industries, thus creating employment for the local people. However, they use cheap labor to make huge profits which are taken away from the African people. Most of these companies are also careless about environmental protection and have caused immense damage to the natural environment. This has affected the quality of land and life of people adversely. Answer: Africa is very rich in minerals like coal, copper, tin, etc. So many of the European countries and their companies to this day control much of the mineral resources of even the independent African countries. The foreign companies do bring in new technologies and investments into the mining and processing industries, thus creating employment for the local people. They are using their cheap labor to make huge profits and exploiting the mineral resources. Most of these companies have caused immense damage to the natural environment, which has affected the quality of land life of the local people adversely. Thus, we can say that the foreign companies are exploiting the mineral wealth of Africa irrespective of the local people's welfare. Okay, by this we complete this lesson question answers. In next video we'll be seeing the next lesson question answers. Till then, bye kids, have a nice day.